Okay, let's pick where we left off in the last video, but I'm gonna make a small change here in my Power BI because look, if I select the visual, I like to see the data fields attached to the visual. Right now, I only can do it from this panel here, and I don't really like. A lot of people prefer like this. I don't. I prefer to have it attached to each visual. And how can I change that? First, I have to save this file. I'm gonna save this Power BI file before I can do anything else. There you go. I just saved it as project. So I saved it in my computer. And now I'm going to click File, then Options and Settings, Options. And in Global Options, I'm going to select Preview Features, and I have to enable On Object Indirection, This will allow me to have the data panel attached to each of the visuals. I will just click and OK, but now I have to restart Power BI. I have to close it and restart it. There you go. I just did it. Let me just disable this filter panel. It keeps bugging me, and I'll just disable it. And now, whenever I click and select a visual, now click on this little button, I have the data panel attached to it. So I prefer this way. So feel free to do it the way you like the most. And now I'm going to, let me just copy, Control C, Control V, because I need a similar visual right here. Only instead of separating the groups by territory, I'm going to use, as we had planned before, I'm going to use the manager name, the full name actually, the manager's names. And there you go. And here I want a table. So I'm going to insert table visual. Of course, we are going to format everything later. I'm just right off the bat creating everything we need. And in this table, we had planned we would need from the products table, we would need the product name, and then we would need from the F sales table, the sales amount and the sales quantity. There you go. We can improve the format in a bit. And down below, I want a map. So I'm going to include this simple map, and let me try to fit it on the tile. And now in location, I need, from the D regions table, I need the sales territory name and location. And I have a message saying map and field map visuals are disabled. To enable them, go to File, Options and Settings, Options, Global, and Security. So let's do this. We're going to File, Options and Settings, Options. And in the Global Options, we will select Security, and then Use Map and Field Map Visuals. Select it, OK. Now let's try again, and I will bring sales territory name to location. And OK, looks like we have to restart Power BI again. So let's do it. I will save the project and restart it. There you go. Once I restarted Power BI, now the map is working just fine. And for bubble sizes, I'm going to use from the F sales table, I'm going to use the sales amount. There you go. And now we can zoom in, and the higher the revenue for each region, the bigger will be the respective bubble. Okay, there you go. We can see it better if we click here, then we have a better view of the entire thing. So you can see that the bigger bubbles refer to bigger revenue. Okay, let's go back to the report. So here on top, we will need to insert a text box, and I will make this text box in properties and visual size and style. I'm going to disable background. Now the background is transparent, and now I can write the graph's title, which is going to be sales per region. And let me make it a little bigger. Maybe 14 is too big. 12 is okay. And I want it to be white. There you go. It looks cool to me. I just have to find the right spot. It's not easy. Sometimes it's not easy to place these text boxes on the right spot, but there you go. Now I'm going to click the edge of the text box. Click the edge. It's not easy to do. Okay, now Control C, Control V. Now I selected the visual instead of the text box. Let me try again. Yeah, there you go. Now Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V. And one of these text boxes is going to go here. The other one is going to go here. And the other one right here. So use the three little dots to move it, okay? And there you go. I'm not going to spend a lot of time trying to align the whole thing. You can do it with time. But pretty much this is going to be sale per manager. And this is going to be sales per product. Sales amount. Then sales amount, sales amount, and sales map. Okay, there you go. And now I will insert the slicers. So for this slicer and size and style, I'm going to do the same, but it's still empty. So well, actually, I just noticed I forgot to create the calendar table. The calendar table is going to be crucial because we want to check the sales amounts by sales manager or by store or whatever, but this is all going to be analyzed based on time frames. So I need a slicer to select the time frames. I'm going to do it in the next lesson. I'm going to focus on the calendar table. So let's create Control C, Control V. Let's create the other slicers. And in the next lesson, we can focus on the calendar. Okay, so here I'm going to use product name for the slicer, and this one is going to be the country, and this one is going to be sales territory. Okay, and now I'm going to select these three, hold shift and select the three slicers, and I'm going to format. So I want them as drop-down lists, and size and style. I don't want them to have a background, but I want the values to be white, and the background color is going to be also dark blue. It's not the same color. I can change it later. And now the slicers headers, they are going to be white too. Okay, now we are almost done with our dashboard. And the next lesson, I'm going to show you how to create the calendar table and how to create the relationship with the calendar table and then use it in the timeline so we can have all the slicers we need in our model. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and leave your comments and questions below. See you in the next lesson.